I know that you're probably not ready for me to say this, but Christmas is 7 months away and budgets are tight. Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. I have an idea for you. Stay tuned. Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Yeah, I said it out loud. Christmas is 7 months away. Now that seems a little bit far off to be thinking about Christmas right now, but it will be here before you know it. And if you're like me, money's a little bit tighter this year than it was last year. So I'm going to share some ideas that you can then take and tweak and use your own papers and whatnot to create similar items, or in some cases the same, for gift giving. I'm going to flip to my overhead camera to give you a closer look at what I'm talking about, but y'all know what time it is? It's time to make it. I do want to share some ideas of different things that we can start making now, whether we're making them for craft fairs or for Christmas gifts. But you can make these and you can put them away so that you'll be able to give a Christmas gift that does not break the bank, but looks like $1,000,000. And here's what I'm talking about. This is one of the ideas that I have. And it is basically one of these little Dollar Tree journals. This one says things to do. And it is really very nice. And I took one. I used some of that digital paper that I have on my website that a lot of you have ordered. So you'll be able to make something that looks like this. And I created a little holder for this. I'm not doing a whole lot. We're going to keep it simple but elegant with some of these Christmas 2025 projects that we're going to be doing. So this is how it looks on the inside. This one said big plans, and then it opens like this. But I have it in a pocket here on the back, so we're able to remove it to make writing a little bit easier. But when you want to store it, we just slide it back in, and then we have a cover for it. Super, super easy. Oh, so elegant. Very beautiful, very useful. This is one of those things that I think anyone would be pleased to receive as a gift. And it's also one of those things that you might want to try selling at your craft fair if you're doing craft fairs this year. So, very simple. Here's what we're going to need to make it. So I have my notebook, and my notebook is about 5 3/4 by 8 3/4. Then I'm going to work with this beautiful green Quilted Life paper. And I have 3 sheets of 12 by 12. That's what we're going to need for the project. And then I have some chipboard that I have cut out. We have one piece that is 3/4 inch by 9 and 2 pieces that are 9 by 6. So, like I said, y'all, this is going to be a very easy project. You don't have to have these papers to make a project like this. You can go into Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Walmart, Target, variety of stores here in the U.S. where you can find inexpensive little notepads like this. Or if you're outside of the U.S., you probably have something similar to this in your area as well. So just be on the lookout for something that's comparable to this in size. But even if it's not the same size, just do a little tweaking to it to make it fit the size pad that you have. So I am going to remove the white borders from 2 sides of this, because we need to join it together, and I really don't want the white border. So I am going to take my 1/2 inch tape, and I am going to put a strip of tape along the side like this. And basically what I'll be doing is I'll be joining these 2 pieces together. So let's go ahead and peel away that backer. Let's take this piece, and I'm going to place it down on top of that tape like this. And like I said, you can use whatever it is you want to use. Whatever papers you have in your stash, go ahead and give those a try. If you have purchased these papers, it's perfect for a project like this. So you can print it out on 8.5 by 11, or you can print it on 12 by 12. Completely up to you. So I'm going to bring in my pieces, and I'm going to put a piece right there. And then I'm going to take this piece and put it right there. And then we'll put this piece right here. So we will have the seam falling on the back side of our booklet. So I'm going to go ahead and peel away the tape backers from all of these pieces. I have added double stick tape, so I will peel away my tape backers. So let's take this piece. I'm going to put it down like this. We'll take this piece. I'm going to place it down right next to it, like that. And then we'll take this piece and we're going to place it down like this with about 1/8 of an inch in spacing in between. If you are unsure about your 1/8 of an inch spacing, there is a tool called a 5-in-1 tool that really does help with getting your spacing right. I will have it linked in the description box below. I've demoed it a few times on the channel. So now I'm going to take my finger blade and I'm just going to trim away some of this excess paper. And I'll trim away some here as well. So let's just go ahead and trim that. So now I'm going to take my stylus and I'm going to take the small head of the stylus, press it against the chipboard, and then drive it into the paper. This is helping to create a nice little score. And if you have a paper that might be prone to cracking, this won't eliminate the cracking, but it will help to loosen those fibers just a little bit, and that might minimize the severity of the cracking. So I am going all the way around, just getting a nice score. Then I'm even going to go on the inside here. Now I'm going to take this, stand it up, and just tray my paper to fold over. Now let's grab finger blade, scissors, whatever it is you use to cut, and we are going to miter our corners. And for those of you who might be new to my channel, when we miter those corners, we're simply taking off a portion so that when we fold over, we have that nice professional fold over. But if you happen to cut too short, you can always just place that paper there, or if you have the 5-in-1 tool, it also helps you with your mitering. So I am going to just cut here and here and here. So now I'm going to take my 1-inch tape and I am going to place tape around the outer edges of my chipboard, because then we're going to fold over these white flaps that you see. Now let's go ahead and get that nice and stuck. I am going to take my tape runner, and on these long ends here, I'm just going to add some tape runner, because when I do my backer sheet removal and I fold over, I'm going to lose a little bit of that tape coverage. So I'm just going to use some tape runner to help everything, and you'll see what I mean in just a minute. So we're going to peel away our tape backers. I'm going to stand up and fold over. Stand up and fold over. So you are able to cut out your chipboard pieces for this project from one sheet of 12 by 12 chipboard. And you can see how when I folded these ends over, they took up some of the tape that this would need to stick to. So that's why I put tape on the ends. And we're just going to fold over and get this nice and stuck. And while I'm sticking this, y'all, I really just want to thank everyone who comes to my channel with such a positive attitude. It really does help, just the positive way that we get to interact with one another. I really do enjoy it. I want my channel to be one that is a refuge from the things that might be unpleasant, that might be going on in our lives. I want us to have 15 to 20 minutes a day where we can just congregate and have some nice, positive fun and positive fellowship. Y'all, it's just the way I am. It's the way I've always been, and it's the way that I'll always continue to be. I have always been a glass half full type person, and I always hope that I'm leaving just a little positivity and joy to someone's day. So thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to be a part of your day. So I am going to take this third 12 by 12 inch piece, and I am going to cut out the inside liner for this. I'm going to leave it at 12 inches long, but we know that this is 9 inches this way. So I am going to cut this at 8 3/4 of an inch. And we should be able to put it on like this. And you can see that it doesn't quite go all the way. That's okay. That's not a problem at all. So I am just going to take some tape. And you'll notice that I didn't even remove the white edges here, because I'm not going for perfection. I am just going for a very high quality looking project that we would be proud to give to someone. So I am just going to go across like this. So now I'm going to peel away my tape backers. And this is the back side here, and I know it's the back side because I have that seam there. So I am simply going to take this piece, and when I put it down, I'm going to put it down so that it's barely touching on this end. And then we have more coverage on this end, because we're going to have a pocket on this end, so that's going to cover a lot of this area. So now let's just get this stuck. And let's work our spine. Turn it around this way and work it from this direction. And when you're working that spine on a booklet and you close it, you want to make sure that you don't have any paper puckering in here. If you do, you need to go back and just work it a little bit more. So now I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to cut off a piece to use as the pocket on this end. So I cut off a piece that is 8 7/8 by 3 1/2, and we're going to put that right here for the pocket. I am going to take some glue, and I am going to run a very thin bead of glue along the edge and along one of the long bottoms. So I'll run it both edges and then one of the long bottom pieces. Now we'll take this and we're going to put it down like this. And I'm just going to get that stuck. I'm pushing the glue away because I don't want the glue moving in, because it'll shorten the amount of room that I have to be able to put in my notebook. So now I have my piece like this. I am going to take this piece and cut out a pocket. So I cut my pocket at 4 1/2 by 5 3/4. Then I'm going to take my finger blade, and with my pockets, I just like to angle them a little bit. I think it just adds to the cuteness of the interior. So now I'll take this and we'll put it right there. And I'm going to do this with glue. So I'm going to add some glue right here and along the bottom there. And now I can take it. We're going to put it right there. Let's get it nice and stuck. We're going to give both pockets a chance to dry. And while they are drying, I am going to find a nice little sentiment to put here on the inside. And I like this one. It says, Nothing is worth more than this day. So I am going to take this and just put it down like that. And you can see just adding that little piece really made a difference. So now we have our booklet. This should be dry enough for me to take my notebook. And it's not a notebook, I keep calling it that. It's a little planner. So it just gives you places to write things that you might have to do. So we're going to take this, and I am just going to try to fit it in here without causing my glue to come undone. And so now we have our nice little planner and this book. And one thing that I am going to do, and this will give you guys an idea of how I sometimes fix things that I'm not too pleased with. I think I might have gotten my glue in just a little bit too close to the edge on this. So I'm going to grab a piece of chipboard. I'm going to take this and basically force that up right there, because now I'm going to take my finger blade. We're still going to have a pocket so that we can tuck that, but I am just going to release some of that tension that's there. So I am just cutting like this. Not going to hurt anything, but I think I got a little bit of glue in the wrong place and it was making it a little difficult to place my notebook. But now I can take my planner and put it in, and it still has a nice sliding spot. So we have a nice place to hold it. That was just a little fix that I did because I didn't want to undo the whole pocket and redo it. I simply removed some of it to release some of the tension that was there. So now that we have our notebook like this, I am going to share with you guys a fun way that you can add a pen to this project without taking away from the cuteness. So I have these little elastic pen holders, and I'm going to take this one and put it on my blue one because it's blue. And you can see how those go on. Then I can take it and maneuver that so that it brings it down just a little bit. Then I don't have a green one, but I do have this gray one that I think will work with this one. So I'm going to take it, put it on like this, and then I'm just going to slide it down like that. Now I can take my pen, and we can put our pen in like that. I will take a black pen, and we can take our black pen, and we can put our pen in like that. So you can get fancier pens if you want, but I thought that this was pretty cute, and you can see how that looks on the back. This does not take away from the cuteness of your project at all, and if you are looking for a way to add a pen, this is certainly a good way to go. So I will have these linked in the description box below. I've shown them on the channel a few times before, but I will link them in the description box of this video. And that one just flew across the room. But I am just going to open these because I want y'all to see this simple elegance that we're able to do with minimal supplies. 1 sheet of chipboard, 3 sheets of 12 by 12, and this Dollar Tree notebook. And that's it. You have this beautiful creation. So I hope that you have enjoyed this fun, quick, and easy way that we can jumpstart Christmas prep. If you have enjoyed this video, and I certainly hope that you have, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, all day, every day, this is what we do, and this is how we do it. And I would love to have you subscribe. So hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that you will know when I upload a new video. As always, my beautiful, crafty friends, please be safe, be kind, and be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.